What's up, YouTube? ODST General back again, and we've got some Operation Trebuchet news, but first I just want to welcome all the new subscribers, both to my channel and to Operation Trebuchet as a whole. There's a whole bunch of you guys, so I would name you guys off, but I just can't do it, otherwise we'd have to do the whole video to that. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's talk about some mod development stuff. So, the reason there is so many new people, if you guys haven't seen it, is Operation Trebuchet has a new video. The video is made by Kringles Pringles, who has done previous Operation Trebuchet content before. If you haven't seen it, go check out the video. If you have seen it, watch it again. It's a good video. I don't know what else to say about that, but it's top-notch. It really is. This has brought a lot of attention from a whole bunch of people. The video itself has like 300,000 views on YouTube. It's gotten a second Kotaku article, as well as I believe a couple others around the internet. Because of this, I think even PC Gamer picked up on the new trailer and stuff. So really awesome. Really glad bringing a lot of new blood. Of course, with new blood means a lot of new questions. So guys, for those of you new to the channel, first of all, I just want to say if you have any questions about the mod, I'm more than happy to answer those to the best of my ability. I don't know everything. I'm not going to pretend to know everything, but what I do know, as far as I know it, I am happy to answer. And other than that, just try to subscribe to the Operation Trebuchet Discord or my own Discord, which is linked down below, to get more information if you guys want to try and find it a little bit quicker. So beyond that, though, let's talk about actual development of the mod. So development-wise, we got a few little smaller tidbits shared for the main mod. The first comes from Bacon Shelf. He shared a Mastodon that he's working on. This is very, very early work in progress, as you can see. I kind of talked to him a little bit about it, and he said that the development of this vehicle is going to be pretty slow. He doesn't really know how long it's going to take. This is probably one of the more advanced projects he's taken on as far as Arma is concerned. He has said he wants to have kind of like the Warthog turret be kind of a little bit interchangeable or something on there. If you look at this box art, you can see the turret he has on the Mastodon here has the rocket pods, it has the Warthog's main gun, and it has a Gauss cannon all kind of boxed out there. I don't know if those will all be on there at the same time and just basically you can swap between them, or if they're going to be interchangeable variants where it will have one of each. I guess we'll have to wait and see on that. But the Mastodon will act, pretty similar role to what it does in Halo Wars 2. But because that is so early, let's just go ahead and keep talking about the other stuff being developed. Jedi Nick showed the M247 H variant. The M247H is the Halo Reach variant of the infamous light machine gun, and I say infamous because I'm basically in love with this weapon. But the M247H, this is a static variant. It will be, a mounted weapon that you can place down through editor. I don't know if this is something you'll be able to break down and carry around in backpacks or not, or if it's just going to be something that can only be placed through the editor. Either way, I'm pretty excited for this edition. This was already in Opcan 1.0, but since that mod version is now defunct and we only have 2.0, sadly, we don't have access to this weapon unless you have it like a legacy version of Opcan to use it with. Now, I don't know if we'll see this in the next update or not. I had predicted that the update would come out at the end of December, maybe the start of the new year, like within the first week or so. Obviously, we're wrapping up the first week of January already. In fact, I'm saying this on the 7th as we speak, so the last day of the week. But, as it comes to it, though, I don't really know, unfortunately. Like I said, that was an estimate, so hopefully sometime this month we'll see an update. Like I said, my estimate was based off of a very rough ballpark by Scorch, but obviously, even as Scorch said, they have a few unknowns that they're kind of waiting on to release it. Obviously, one of those was the battle rifle. I suspect the M247 here is also one of the things they're kind of waiting on. Beyond that, we have some First Contact news that we get to talk about. So with First Contact, we've got some new images of the Grunts being worked on by Zephyr Souza. Now, I believe some of these are images we've shared off already, but because it's been quite a while since we've talked about them, I just wanted to repost these images here for people who maybe weren't here like a year or two ago when I last posted these. So these images here, basically very work in progress grunt. Now, what we did learn about the grunt is that the grunt will not be using the scaling method that the Spartans were using. Now, we had talked about this as being a possibility to maybe speed up development of the grunts because we knew they were work in progress. However, Zephyr has said that she intends to create new skeletons, that she's already kind of done that, and that she's going to create her own animation set. Now, one of the things that the Brutes were so important was that the Brutes were kind of leading the charge on the Covenant. For those of you who do not know, the Brutes are a side project being worked on by a non-dev team member. They've been on hiatus for the better part of the year, and there was some really good strides made on them early in 2018, but the dev team was kind of waiting to see their completion just before they started putting work on the Covenant, just to ensure that these custom skeletons and animations and stuff did in fact actually work before they were, all the time and effort was put in and they were trying to implement them only to find that they couldn't work. Enough progress was made on the Brutes though. I think it's kind of confirmed for the devs that it is possible to make these custom animations, these custom skeletons, and have them as viable enemies or viable AI or players in the game. So hopefully that means that Zephyr and anybody else working on like custom Covenant models will continue to push forward with them. Beyond that, with these grunts, I don't know if there's any new screens in here. It's been ages since I've seen these screens. They look pretty similar to the last ones I saw, but there might be some model improvements and stuff. I'd have to look back through the older images that I have, and I just don't have those available at the moment. Beyond that, we've got a couple other models shared for First Contact that are currently being worked on. The first two are new Banshees. We've got the in-atmosphere and exo-atmospheric variants. We don't know exactly how these will work, but Drake Darren's kind of predicted that they will work in different ways. One might work similar to a helicopter versus one might act as a VTOL or even a jet fighter craft. So we'll have to wait and see in regards to this, how they end up working. These are probably a long ways off before we end up seeing these Banshees in-game. Bear in mind, Drake Darren's the only one who is actually modeling, and he only does modeling, so we're reliant on like Scorch and maybe another dev team member or two to actually implement these into First Contact, which is why we end up waiting so long between releases. Beyond that, we've got the Elite Ultra. So the Elites will eventually have their different color variants replaced with special armor variants as well, which means that the Ultra, the Zealot, the Spec Ops Elite, which they've all got their basically the same armor as the Minor and the Major, they will be getting removed in place of Ultras that have their custom armor and their colors, Zealot that's got its custom armor, and so on and so forth. So that's it for the official mod news. So let's go ahead and talk about side mod news. So we'll stick with the theme of Covenant, and then we'll work our way back to the UNSC again. So first up, we've got Eve 217. Once again, these are side mods. This is very early work in progress, but he's working on, I believe it's a CCS battle cruiser, or a CSS, I can't remember. I had a hard time keeping the two straight since they're basically very similar design. Really early work in progress that he's got going on here with this one. I believe Eve is the same person who created the compositions that were really popular for the Covenant ships and stuff, and this is his first crack at actually making a model of it to get in game. Now the nice thing is that static models are one of the easiest things to do for Arma, so once he actually gets this worked out, he can get this in fairly easily, and it really doesn't even need collision or anything, so it should be one of the easier things for him to do once he's got the model actually completed. But as it stands right now, it is very early on. It's definitely going to need some work. But he's getting there, so that's definitely worth keeping our eyes on. Beyond that, for the Covenant, we've also got, I believe it's Armadillo, doing some voiceover work for the Elites. Right now, he's just finished up reversing basically all of the Elites' dialogue, so that basically he can plop that in the Elites, and when your guys are giving orders, they're basically talking backwards, kind of like it was done for Halo 1. And then he's going to record his own voice and add that as an Elite voicing and possibly do some more. That's still kind of on the fence. This probably won't be implemented, I would imagine, until the next update for First Contact, whenever that happens to be. It could be sooner, but it's hard to say. I have a hard time imagining that, but you never know. So let's go ahead and work our way back to the UNSC side mod-wise. I think we've only got one here that I can think of immediately offhand that's being worked on, and that is another Lacarac release. Lacarac, he's got a Sergeant Johnson that he's been working on. This is part of Lacarac's Optre Extras, which is a new mod he's got. It's work in progress. I don't know exactly what he plans to add. He says to be added, chips to boot head, and improved main menu. So I don't know exactly what he means by improved main menu or if he plans to add anything else. He's a man of many talents. He's got some static poses and stuff. So if you like taking pictures, like those screenshots, check out his other mods. You can find those if you go down to my mod list in the description. You can find all of these mods. Beyond that, guys, though, that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, welcome to all the new subscribers. Like always, for all of you, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite thing from this video is and what you're looking forward to the most in the mod overall. I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.